can actually break Spirit's economy completely and potentially find a couple more rounds on the backbone of that. Oh, no. Saibu, he gets the leg shot on Dima. Dima just bunny hopping around like a little rabbit. That's great aerial movement there by Dima. Takes a lot of damage in the process as he got leg shot. That's all. RPK trying to line them up here, only finds one Apex. He's chiming in with a double though. Tries to triple up towards the side. It's now going to be all on Dafcourse. This is looking pretty good here for Vitality. We already got a player up close that's going to be happy sitting by that elevator position with the AUG. He's going to be sneaking his way closer towards the site. And just like that, he executes Dafcourse from behind. We'll be able to pick up the AWP as well. NBK switching that UMP out to an AK-47. And just like that, as I mentioned, the economy is now somewhat broken here for Spirit. And actually gives Vitality a pretty good chance at finding yet another round on the board. Oh, Saibu, had he gone just a bit further, he could have potentially found the collateral. He does get one here on Sotfik, but a quick trade coming his way though, and Dafcourse will pick up the AWP. That could spell trouble here for Vitality now. Because not only do they have... It's down to a 4-on-4 situation, which obviously is equal grounds, and Vitality, they have the more firepower, and they also got some utility to work with here. NBK needs to be careful though. He's got 4 players, well 3 players right on the other side of that tunnel. One player is sitting up towards the top of mid. That's going to be Coldie, just patiently waiting for anyone to push through. NBK gets spotted and spots out Dafcourse. Fairly equal trade here. Throws down the smoke just to be certain. Still got a player out towards long from Vitality. I believe that's RPK, and indeed it is. He's just patiently waiting for anyone to push through. He's actually going to hear Coldie here, making a move up towards the short position. Apex is in a good position of his own with that AUG. Cannot connect the first time around. The flashes, though, they do a whole lot of good timing on those double flashes. Flashes coming in from RPK as well. They shut them down nice and easy. RPK with a double, Apex with a double of his own. Saibu got the initial frag. As I said, Vitality will be able to pick up that round as well. 4th round on the board now for Vitality. Spirit finally with enough money to buy out once more. This time around they won't have the AWP on Dafcourse though. Dafcourse has been a bit of a thorn in the side. Vitality players. He's having issues here, getting fully blinded while he's trying to jump in, so taking a lot of damage in the process. Oh. This is not looking great here for Vitality. It's all on NBK. The round pretty much just started. NBK, last man standing in a 1-on-4 situation. Obviously not much he can do. Just managed to find one, but that's all he's gonna get. That will be another round in the favor of Spirit. 8-4. Vitality once again in a bit of a pickle. I'm gonna go for mostly an eco in this one. Buying up a bit where they can afford it. Coldie connecting the first frag here on Saibu, getting immediately traded out by RPK. Still a 4-on-4 situation and Let's see if he can change up his position here. Happy. Posted up as well. Patient and waiting for anyone to push through. Ashley. That he can switch over to that after the initial spray down through mid. Obviously not the greatest buy here for Vitality, but they've bought with everything they've got. It is the final round for the first half. It is now or never here for the first half to try and see if they can hold on to just a glimmer of hope. 11-4 is not going to be a great scoreline for Vitality. I think that's fair to say. I do want to remind you guys that this is the first map in this best of 3 series. The map has been chosen by Spirit. And it shows why, because Spirit clearly worked on this map. Yes, they're only on 50% win rate here on Dust 2, but we can see with their setups on this T side that they've definitely worked on the map. They definitely put some time into it. MBK will eventually get taken down by Sotfik. Back to a 4-on-4 situation. Apex, that's a great kill on Daft Coast. Gotta pick up the AWP. Gives them a bit of a chance to potentially make this comeback a reality, or make this retake a reality. As I said, it is the final round. 4.5. Oh, RPK, that's most unfortunate. Looks to the right when his player was on the left. Somdai Young connecting on Apex as well. I said could potentially be Vitality bringing this one back, but it seems increasingly unlikely. It's going to be all on Happy. He's got the Desert Eagle and a Dream, but alongside with Happy, the Dream is now dead, and that will be the 11th round on the board for Spirit. 11-4, and Spirit, strong start here on the T side. That's pretty brilliant. Quite like that. Looking pretty good. And we are just waiting for the players to ready up so we can get the second half started. Again, in the meantime, I want to clarify for you, or I want to remind you guys rather, that it is the first map in this best of 3 series. Dust 2 chosen by Spirit. Second map will be Inferno, chosen by Vitality. And right now, Vitality are sitting on 100% win rate on Inferno in the last 3 months with this core lineup, and they've played it 13 times, so they definitely know what they're doing on a map like Inferno. In comparison, Spirit, they've played it 11 times and they're sitting on 64% win rate. So even if obviously I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, that's what I'm trying to say. Even if this map goes in favor of Spirit, we still have that Inferno, which is a strong case for Vitality. Third and final map, if we get that far, will be Mirage, where Vitality have a slight edge on that one as well. Bit of a few mistakes made on both sides of the aisle to start off with here. But as you can see on the scoreboard right now, we have RPK, Saibu, and Apex all sitting on 10 kills, 9 for NBK, and Happy sitting on 6. On the other side, it's Dima leading the charge on 18 frags, 15 for Coldy, 12 for Somdai Young, and Daft Cost. Sotfik, he's sitting on 6. While we're waiting for the players to ready up, I guess talking too quickly for my brain at this point. It happens every once in a while. My brain is not that developed. I guess everything else is working just fine. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys for using the 20th of December, just 4 days before Christmas 5 for some, to chill out here alongside with me for this grand final qualifier. Hope you guys are about ready for the holiday festivities, whether you're into Christmas or Hanukkah or any other kind of festivity. No matter what you're into, I hope you're getting ready for it. I hope you're gonna spend a lot of time with friends and family over the next week or so. Let's get back to the action now. Ooh, that's a great shot coming in from Sotfik. Attacks Saibu down to 1 HP and deals the finishing blow as well. Cody does manage to find one, gets a second. Dima will fall. Sotfik still very much, well, I said very much, it's not completely accurate. Coldy, he's very much alive, sitting on 100 HP. He gets the triple. Happy is now going to be last man standing. Som Dae-young will shut him down from that lower position. And there you have it. Spirit got to be able to pick up the pistol for the second half as well. Vitality obviously in a world of trouble at this point. Vitality deciding to go for a bit of an eco in this round, and that typically means that they want to go for a force buy in the next, and more or less a full buy in the next one. I do realize that we are experiencing some issues with the quality of the stream. Not entirely sure how to fix that. Running off of a clean feed from the lovely guys in Russia. And I think the clean feed are having some issues or something like that. So on my end, I haven't dropped a single frame. I'm streaming at 1080 60. But I can see clearly that the quality is far from that. So I do want to apologize for that, but I have absolutely no clue how to fix it. Goldie gets a nice little double. Dima finds one as well. Apex will answer back with a double of his own, but he's very low on HP alongside with Happy. Decent damage dealt. At least they deal some economical damage to Dima and Goldie. They are now gonna rotate back closer towards the A-bomb site. There's only one defender close towards A. It's gonna be Dafcost. Gonna make his way closer towards the site, or actually out towards Long instead with that scout. Finding the frag on Apex, that's the bomb as well. And that indeed will be the round. Nice bunny hop sequence from Dafcost. Continuing. As Som Dae-young connects on the final frag for the round. 13-4. Vitality, as I said, will have enough money to buy up completely for this one. And it is pretty much now or never for Vitality. You have 3 AKs in play this time around for Vitality. 1 Galil on NBK and a scout on Saibu. Not the greatest buy here from Spirit either. They got a scout of their own and 2 FAMAS in play. So in terms of firepower, this round actually slightly favors Vitality. In terms of utility, I think it's more or less equal. You have that, of course, posted up with that scout trying to connect, but Apex, that's a great kill on that call. RPK taking care of Sotfik as well. Still have a play out towards the long position up towards the pit position. NBK in the meantime, he connects on Dima. Now going to be all on Sumdai Young and Cody. Sumdai Young does manage to find one. Will get traded out by Apex. Cody is now going to be last man standing. Great round here for Vitality. 4 players staying alive for the time being. Saibu and NBK are going to be upgrading their weapons. It's a good reactional shot coming in from Coldy. Coldy will be able to hold on to the M4, but the question is, what is he actually going to be able to do with that? Because the rest of his teammates don't really have any money to work with. So it's more than likely just going to be an eco this time around for Spirit. Got Sotfix sitting on roughly 4,000. Should potentially save most of that for the AWP for death cost. Ooh, okay. Good timing here from Saibu. A bit lucky timing there. Three players up on short. Apex. He goes for this aggression. He needs to be a bit careful. Let's go for the aggression. He does find one, but a quick trade coming his way from Dapghost. RPK, he finds a double. Coldy still sitting up towards that bomb site. I think it was actually Coldy throwing that nade, which should indicate that Coldy is up there, the one who saved the weapon. NBK, he's gonna go for a bit of a gander over towards the B bomb site. There's one player sitting on the back side of it. Oh, Dima. Oh, that hurts. It hurts every fiber of my body. Should have been a fairly convincing headshot from him. But yeah, it hurts quite a bit. Coldy once again. He's going to try and see if he can hold on to that M4 for the next round. Which will give them a bit more money to work with if he managed to do exactly that. 4 players, at least for now, holding on to their weapons here from Vitality. If they manage to hold on to these weapons, could actually build them up in a good position for a potential comeback. Now again, it is a bit too early to talk about that. 13-6, at least for now. Again, it gives a really good time here for Vitality to muster up a comeback. The next round, Spirit will have enough money to buy up completely, and Sotfik, he's got enough money to drop an AWP for death cost if you need it. Actually, if he does that, he won't have Kevlar, and that's all to Sotfik buying a P250 in this round. So no open play this time around for Spirit. Furthermore, a FAMAS on Sumdai Young, and they are lacking a bit of utility as well. Still not the greatest buy here for Spirit. A decent amount of economy here for Vitality, of course. It's 4 players stayed alive in that previous round. Dapple gonna get bullied out of position. Oh, he does find one. Oh, that's actually Sumdai Young from the side itself. When's that molly? Sumdai Young still sitting on the side. Apex, that's a great shot on him. It's one of those positions that Apex pretty much always hits the shot. Pretty much always hits the headshot from that position. Habit does manage to catch one. Unfortunately, 2 players peeking at the same time from different positions. We'll get traded out immediately. D-Man Coldy now up against Saibu and Apex. Saibu's gonna be switching over to the AWP. Apex posted up towards the long position. Saibu up on the ramp. Dima dropping down towards CG spawn. That's a great kill on Apex. Quick trade coming his way. Coldy throws down the smoke in the wrong position. Coldy goes for the defuse for some weird reason. I guess he was just trying to hold Saibu there for as long as possible. He actually managed to make sure that Saibu dies. Not that big of a deal here for Vitality though. because they do have a lot of money in the bank, and they will be able to buy up completely for this one as well. 7th round on the board now for Vitality, and at this point, they're still in a 6-round deficit, but that should slim down quite a bit. As Spirit, once again, they are going to be in an eco for this round. Sabu trying for the flick. Quick trick. Not going to do him any good just yet. Sotfik taking a lot of damage. Oh, Apex. Just gave him props from that previous one tap up towards the A-bomb site. And then he messes up the spray like that. That was not even close to his opponent either. That hurts. To me, that is like the I guess the definition of cringe. Like, it hurts every fiber of my body when I see stuff like that. Sotfik still alive, happy taking a lot of damage here. NBK will take care of Kobe. That connecting on NBK, some die young. He takes a lot of damage, deals a lot in return. Oh, this is not looking great. This is looking far from great. Death Course with a massive triple for the round. Demon and some die young, they find one each. That was an eco from Spirit. Oh no, Vitality. How in the world? How in the world do you lose a round like that? Vitality. They are going to be forcing up for this round. As I said, it's pretty much now or never for them. It's the 14th round on the board now for Spirit. Spirit in a good position to find this... victory here on Dust 2. Again, it is the first map in a best of 3 series. Still hope for Vitality even if they go down here on map 1. But a great start to the game here from Spirit. Obviously Vitality as the favorites for this one. Didn't quite expect Spirit to get such a strong start, but they do regardless. Sotfik just rushing through the smoke here. He gets a nice little double. Almost killing his teammate. Coldy and Dima will find one each. Apex trading out as he finds the double, but he'll get dealt with by Coldy. 15-7. TeamSpirit on their way to Nirvana. At least on their way to winning map 1 against Vitality. So they're sitting on a map point. Vitality going for fast aggression over towards the B-bomb site. It's working out just fine, at least for the start of it. But again, they only got upgraded pistols and a single SMG. One has been planted. Saivu goes down, or NBK, sorry, on that flank. Does manage to find one. Some Die Young will trade him out. Still a 3-on-3 situation. We do have kits on 2 of the players here. We do have a bit of utility left. And they are going to try and make their way in towards this side. But Apex and RPK, they answer back. Happy will eventually fall here. Some Die Young, brilliant turnaround for the 180. RPK will eventually shut him down, will pick up an AWP. Yes, indeed he will. Vitality not completely down and out just yet, but very, very close to. $15-8. Vitality. Obviously, again, in a bit of a pickle here. NBK going for the aggression, but good timing on that flashbang. In the meantime, the rest of Vitality, they've made their way over towards the B-bomb site. Once again, it is a bit of a low buy here. Or a bit of an eco, actually, from Spirit. Happy finds one with the AWP. Apex connecting on some Young. Should be fairly easy pickings from Vitality. But last time I thought that, they actually ended up losing the round. So it's not call Spirit completely out just yet. Apex is about to make sure that it goes in Vitality's ways. So he finds the triple. It's going to be all on Daft Coast. 1-on-4 situation. Obviously not much he can do. He's going to get flanked by 3 players. Well, 2 of them actually falling off. At least going to get flanked by 1, but I don't think he'll make it in time here, RPK, and indeed. Daft Coast picks up the MAC-10. Not that it means too much, because they will buy up in this round, Spirit. Again, Vitality, quote-unquote, just in a 6-round deficit, but at this point, obviously, I mean, it goes without saying. I'll say it regardless, though. One mistake from Vitality, 1 more round in favor of Spirit, and it will be Spirit taking map 1. Vitality trying their absolute greatest to muster up a comeback, rather. They are all lined up right outside the B bomb. Well, right outside the B bomb site in those tunnels. They're going to be lining up for a potential execute. Ooh, timing on that nade. That's pretty good, pretty solid. Deals with gun. Yet peaks above the box, connects on Saibu. Apex trades him out. Apex incredibly low on HP at this point. Happy posted up with the AWP, patiently waiting for anyone to push through. Apex going to be waiting for them to push through as well. Smoke over towards the tunnels. Happy's not going to be falling for that old trick. Still going to be posted up with that AWP. Still trying to find an angle. Spirit are doing the absolute right thing at this point. They're just patiently waiting for them to go for a bomb plant. So they know they have to change up their positions. Spirit now going to be lining up for the 3-pronged attack in towards the site for a potential retake. Some Young, is he just going to shift walk his way through this smoke? The flashbang coming in, indeed he will. Apex finds one, Some Young taking care of Happy, and that indeed will be it for map 1. Spirit taking the victory, even though they don't have a kit. Well, Some Young actually got one, Daft Course not so much, but still plenty of time for a defuse. And indeed, map 1 goes in favor of Spirit, taking a fairly strong victory here. 16-9. Again, next map coming up shortly. That will be Inferno, chosen by Vitality. Vitality with a strong stat line on that map. First, we're going to go to a break. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Place your bets at GG.Bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at GG.Bet.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
With Hellcase multi-cases, you are no longer restricted by random case opening mechanisms. Now, you are able to pick any of the cells containing skins and actually determine what you win. Use the promo code and dive right in.
Timeless like galaxies right now. No gravity will break the stratosphere towards the heavens. We'll be blown away into the atmosphere with cosmic presence. We will light the way. Oh, we're shooting stars in the night. Oh, we're shooting stars in the night.
We're floating in the dark. Take my hand and we'll combine our sparks. Watch as we soar together, you and I, as we make our getaway into the sky.
We're shooting stars in the night. Oh, we're shooting stars in the night. Like meteors, we light up the sky with magic. Like meteors, we light up the sky with magic. Light up the we're shooting stars in the night. We're shooting stars in the night. Like meteors, we light up the sky with magic. Like meteors, we light up the sky with magic. Because I can't be I don't want to hurt you, so just go, 'cause I'm not no angel. You have no idea what I can pull up. Call me easy because I can't be
Place your bets at GG.Bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at GG.Bet.
Attention, all gamers. This was a rough year, but we got through it together and coped with all the difficulties. On the threshold of a new year, I would like to wish you many successful trades on CS.money. And to ensure that, please leave a credit card number, the expiration date, and the 3 digits on the back of the card in the comments to this very video. And again, may I wish all of you a very happy holiday.
Case has over 35 unique CSGO cases with a huge variety of skins, over 93 million cases opened and 6 million registered users. You can upgrade your skins to the better one or win some of them in giveaways. We give out more than 70 skins per month for free on our social networks. Withdraw your skins or balance with popular payment systems. Be unique and make profit on Hellcase with this promo code. Start now.
Welcome back, boys and girls, to map 2 in this best of 3 series. This time around, it's going to be Inferno, chosen by Vitality. This is going to be an interesting one. 13 times in the last 3 months with this lineup, or the core lineup at least, and they haven't lost once. So the big question now is, will Spirit be able to break that streak and actually secure the victory on this one? That is the question at hand. The question that will soon be answered. Spirit secured the victory on map 1. They took that victory 16-9. Now they are looking to make it a 2-0. Bit of aggression here from Vitality down middle. Young gets the initial frag, but Apex trading right back. Coldie connecting on him. Saibu takes care of Young. He'll go down to Happy, and it's now going to be all on Coldie. He's gotten 1, he needs 3 more. He needs the quad kill in total. He's now gotten the double. Looking for even more, deals a lot of damage on NBK, but will eventually go down. There you have it. Vitality picking up the pistol in fairly strong fashion. A lot of aggression down towards middle. Coldie did try and answer back. It did deal a decent amount of damage, but not enough to bring the round back in Spirit's favor. As I said, Spirit securing the victory on map 1. They are now looking to make this a fairly clean 2-0. Vitality and Inferno standing in their tracks to try and make sure that does not happen. Apex. NBK with the initial 2. NBK doubles it up for the double frag. Happy finds 1. And a clean round here for Vitality. Again, a bit of aggression. Seems to be working out just fine here for Vitality. Making it a quick 2-0. Again, I do realize that the stream is not looking as if it's 1080p at 60. Well, the frame rate should be 60, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it. Not entirely sure why this is happening, but the clean feed that I've got, it's not... I mean, it's set to 1080p, but it doesn't look 1080p. I've asked the lovely guys, the lovely production crew, to see if they can check up on it. But I'm not entirely sure what causes this issue. Apex. Again with the initial frag here, it is a full buy this time around from Spirit, and I think that came as a bit of a surprise for Vitality, even though it shouldn't really with this new economy system. Vitality, again with aggression down middle, Saibu. A bit of help from RPK, takes care of Coldie. It is a 3-on-3 situation, but a lot of damage dealt towards Saibu. A lot of damage dealt towards Young here with a nade as well. 2 players from CT, 1 from Banana. Getting more damage dealt with the nades here. So close to taking care of Daft Course. The RPK will go down though. Saibu, as I said, he's so low on HP. Dima goes down to Saibu. Young and Happy kissing through the smokes. Saibu catches for the triple, unfortunately, even though the smoke is down. Daft Course with the spray connects through it. Survives on just 2 HP, but the round goes in favor of Spirit. That's their first round on the board. Well, Vitality, luckily enough, will have enough money. They are going to be lacking some utility, though. They do have the firepower here. They got 3 M4s in play and an AWP on Saibu. FAMAS in the play for RPK. And as I said, they are going to be lacking a bit of utility. Spirit lining up for fast aggression up towards mid. A lot of damage dealt towards Dima. He gets stinked down to 20, but he returns the favor. RPK will fall. Happy finds one, gets the double and a triple as well. Coldie not able to connect the shots here. Saibu posted up with the AWP. He finds one, tries for even more, catches the wall instead. Daft Coast takes care of Happy finally. But I feel like the damage is already done. Daft Coast with the AK-47 trying to find an angle. Spots in BK. Saibu posted up in the same position with that AWP. Finds the frag on Daft Coast. Vitality right back in the mix. 3-1. Again, Spirit not with the greatest money for this round. Coldie and Sotvik, they're sitting on 1,500. They might actually go for a false buy here because Coldie and Sotvik, unless they get a bomb down, a bomb plant, they won't actually be able to buy up completely for the next. It seems like they are going to go for an eco though. In a round like this, I've said it plenty of times when I cover games. When you're going for a round like this, you should be considering the waterfall tactic, which is basically just every single player running through the apps, all the way from T-spawn, through the apps, down in pit, with a single smoke towards the side, and see if you can get that bomb down. It's not exactly what they're going for. They're going for aggression over towards the B bomb side instead. We have NBK up here, Apex down towards the spawn area. He finds some nice... It's actually Apex down towards the spawn area, sorry. Finds some nice multi-kill once again. Bomb plant getting denied here from Spirit. And that's that. As I mentioned, Coldie and Sotvik won't have enough for an AK. Oh. This is interesting. Sotvik actually buying the utility before buying a weapon. So for a second there, it looked like they might have been going for another low buy. But they do decide to go for a full buy in this one, or at least close to. 2 UMPs in play on Sotvik, and Daft caused a lot of damage dealt to Dima very early into the round. He goes down to just 30 HP. Bit of a slow start to the round here for Spirit. This time around, they're not going for too much aggression up towards Banana. They threw down a molly early on, making sure that Vitality could not go for aggression of their own. Now Vitality posted up with 3 players. A bit of a default here. 3 players over towards the A bomb site. 2 defenders over towards B. It seems like Spirit are mostly focused on the A bomb site for now. Are going to be lining up for the execute. Soon enough, it will come through. RPK here, posted up. Oh, the flashbang is perfect. He gets fully blinded. He spots one, takes him down, but a quick trade coming his way. Saibu getting caught in the side itself. Sotvik, he takes care of Happy. Saibu still in the side, still posted up with the AWP, still trying to find an angle. And eventually he will get dealt with here. That's Coldie taking care of him. Daft caused finding NBK. Coldie with a nice kill onto Apex as well. That's a double kill for him. And every single player chiming in for this round for Spirit, except for Somdai Young. Spirit finding their second round on the ball. (4-2). Vitality will have enough money for a solid force buy. They only got 2 M4s, but they have a ton of utility behind them. All the utility they can dream of, pretty much. 3 SMGs in play, though. Could potentially be an issue here. Time will tell. Great round in that previous from Spirit. A bit unfortunate for Saibu to get caught in that position in towards the site. Once again, a bit of a slow start to the round here from Spirit. This time around, they are lining up for a potential hit over towards the B bomb site. Happy throws down the flash. Setting up for another pop flash here. They are going to push their way through. D-Mac connecting on. Happy will eventually shut him down. RPK tries to find an angle through the smoke. Coldy holding on to the flank. He finds one, deals a ton of damage on Apex as well. They're picking up the M4, trading up. At this point, they gotta be considering just holding on to their weapons, honestly. It's a 3-on-4, and that's something that happens quite a lot on a map like Inferno. It's one of those maps that it's not easy to retake either of the two bomb sites, and the rotation between the two bomb sites is fairly big. And because of that, we see a lot of rounds. Well, we see a lot of teams saving in a lot of the rounds, is what I'm trying to say. And that's exactly what we see here from Vitality. 3-on-4, but they still decide to go for a bit of a save. Just hold on to their weapons for the next one. It's going to be the third round on the board now for Spirit. A bit of a woozy here for Vitality. Off to a... Well, I mean, off to a good start, really, because it was... I mean, they were in the lead by a decent amount, 4-1. Now 2 rounds in a row in favor of Spirit. Vitality will be able to buy up more or less completely for this round. Still don't have the AWP, of course. At least more or less equal ground here. Got full AK buy on Spirit. Mostly full M4 on Vitality. It's NBK with the SMG, but other than that, M4s all around. Some around Vitality, setting up 3 players defending over towards. It's great stuff coming in from D-Mac, just spraying through the wall bangs. Works out perfectly. Saibu trying his very best to bring in this one back. Deals a lot of damage on Colby. Will eventually get shut down. Saltfig posted up in a good position as well, and NBK is now last man standing. 1-on-3 with an SMG. Coldy is up close and personal. He's low on HP, could potentially be a frag in favor of NBK here, sorry. He's not aware about it at all. Now, unfortunately, Coldy peeks out a bit too far. NBK will pick up the AK. I think he'll be happy about just holding on to that. Seems like he's going to be setting up for potential extra exit frags. Not sure why I make these sentences even harder for myself, but I do. Yes, indeed. Won't be getting any more out of the round, as the round will go in favor of Spirit once more. Or at least he finds the AK. Bit of a pause coming in at this point, and I think that's a pretty good decision, to be completely honest with you. I can only suspect that the pause has been called by Vitality. It is 4-4, but it was 4-1, and now 3 rounds in a row for Spirit. Not the greatest amount of money in the hands of Vitality either. Mostly Apex doing the job right now for the Vitality side of things. He's sitting on 10 frags, the most fragging player on the server. It's actually a technical timeout here from Spirit. You saw one of the players just drop from the server. It's D-Mac. Yeah, Vitality, as you can see here on the live odds on screen right now, Vitality definitely the favorites for this one. But Spirit taking the victory on Dust 2, and now bringing it back to equal grounds here on Inferno as well. A map that Vitality have not lost in the last 3 months with this core lineup. They've played it 13 times. That's a pretty good stat line for Vitality. Would be a bit of a strange one if Spirit actually broke that streak, to be completely honest with you. D-Bet is back on the server. Should get this one back on track soon enough. It's a set third round in a row now in favor of Spirit. The match has been unpaused. We are going to get right back into the nitty-gritty. Vitality should be going for a bit of an eco in this one, and that seems to be the case as well. Obviously, we got that AK saved in the previous round on NBK. The rest of the players just upgrading their pistols and getting a tiny amount of utility behind them. Spirit buying some SMGs just to try and see if they can farm a bit extra money. Fast breaking up towards middle. NBK with that AK does manage to find one and deal a good amount of damage on some Die Young and Daft Coast as well. Still one player close towards the A-bomb site over on the arch position. The final two players are going to go for that rotation through middle. Actually, one is going to rotate all the way towards the apps part of the map. Saibu picking up an AK. He's going to fall back to try and see if he can hold on to that one for the next round. Happy and RPK. I think that they're mostly setting up for exit frags at this point. Not the worst decision, to be completely honest with you. Not the greatest either. They are going to exit out through CT spawn. It does not seem like we're going to get any more action for this round. Actually, that's a bit interesting. One of the Spirit players sitting a bit too close to the fire, I suppose. I guess he wasn't entirely sure where the bomb was actually planted. And thus he goes down to that bomb. But it will still be another round in the favor of Spirit. Now 5-4. And they're in the lead at this point. This time around we do have a double up setup for Vitality. It's Saibu, obviously. And NBK swinging the other AWP. RPK and Saibu, they find one each. RPK down to just 1 HP. Barely managed to hold on to his life at this point. NBK connecting one as well with that AWP over towards the B-bomb site. Now the molly out. That means that they're getting caught behind that for just a moment. They are eventually going to be pushing through. Two players down towards CT, one on the side itself. NBK. Was there even a gap in the smoke? I don't think there was. That's a nice little headshot. Apex with the final frag for the round. And indeed, there was no gap in the smoke. NBK execution style. And there you have it. 5-5. It's all tied up. Spirit of obviously will have enough money to buy up completely for this round. It's not going to be an issue whatsoever. Back to equal grounds. We're back to being tied up. A clean round for Vitality as well, not losing a single player, and obviously that's going to help them in this comeback potential. NBK taking a bit of damage. As he was sitting in that molly, actually taking a bit more now. He's down to just 35. So got Spirit once again lining up for a potential hit over towards the A-bomb site. Bit of a stack up close towards middle. It's actually in boiler. It's something we see quite a bit. Coldy connecting the first frag here on Happy. It's a fairly new strat, but it's something we've seen quite a lot in the last couple of months. And because of that, a lot of teams are now more or less ready for it. It's a good peek coming in from Saibu. Great peek, in fact. Connecting on Daft Coast. Still looking for a bit more here with the AWP. Flashbangs out. Saibu blinded. Peeks right back. He's still got the AWP, and you can hear that. From Somdai Young's perspective, could hear him scope out. Still trying to find an angle here. Apex in the meantime, he connects on one. RPK in good position as well to help out Saibu. And now it's going to be all on Colby. Taking some damage, but returns the favor. It's a great shot on Apex. Throws down the flashbang. Pushes closer in towards the side. He still needs to find the bomb. Over towards that arch position. Barely any time left to work with. Coley realizing. Falls back to relative safety in the pit position. Will be another round on the board now for Vitality. They're back in the lead, rather. 6-5. Still enough money for a solid force buy here for Spirit. Another good round for Vitality. 3 players staying alive, and that will give them some help with their economy moving forward. RPK setting up the molly over towards that porch position. Happy. Good positioning. Apex helping out. RPK taking care of Somdai Young. It's now going to be all on Daft Coast and Coldy. It seems like they might be considering just rushing over towards the B-bomb site. Good pre-fire coming in from Daft Coast. NBK with that AWP though will shut him down. And now all on Coldy. 1-on-5 situation. Absolutely nothing he can do in this one. Could potentially find a frag or two. We will find one here on Happy. As Happy goes for a bit of aggression down towards the mid area. Coldy. Once again, just trying to find a different angle with 30 seconds left on the clock. Obviously, if he holds on to his weapon, as he is on that T side, he won't get any money for losing the round. But the question is, is that actually a good idea? Seems like he decides it's not. He's going to be peeking out, trying to see if he can get any money in favor of his team. It's not going to happen though, because RPK is in good position from the pit angle. 7th round on the board now for Vitality, 7-5. And Spirit, they are going to be on a bit of a low buy, a bit of an eco for this round. Should, in theory, be a fairly simple round for Vitality. And BK here trying for the wall bang. Won't be catching anything just yet. Now he finally connects a shot onto Daft Coast through that wall. Deals a bit of damage, only roughly 30. Spirit still lined up on that banana position. Now Spirit lining up for the execute in towards the A-bomb site. Somdai Young taking a bit of damage here. Apex spraying through the smoke. Connects on one. NBK is going to get pushed upon. Dima will shut him down. Pick up the AWP. Missing his opportunity here with that ult. Apex will shut him down. He gets the triple. Now the quad. He's on for the ace. Coldy, last man standing over towards the banana position again. But Spirit, they got pretty much what they wanted out of this round and then some. RPK finding the final frag on Coldie. Apex not even going for that one. He got the quad kill and he's more than happy about that. 8th round now for Vitality, but as I said, Spirit, all they pretty much wanted for that round was to get the bomb down. If they got anything more than that, so they killed that, they got more than that. That's just icing on the cake. They just wanted the bomb down to make sure that they got full utility for this round, and they did. 8th round on the board for Vitality as mentioned. 2 more rounds to go here for the first half on Inferno. The final 2 rounds go in favor of Vitality as well. That will be a solid half on the CC side for Vitality. Spirit managed to pick up just one, or even both of those. Not be a bad half for them either. All comes down to these final 2 rounds, as it mostly does. Time around, Vitality going for a bit of aggression on the banana position. BK just jump peeking. Flashbang out to his position, he falls back, calls for reinforcements. We do have a rotation coming through, it's Apex. Now, aggression coming through, but it's only from Dima. The rest of the Spirit players are gonna bring it back towards the A-bomb side. That's so unfortunate. Sotfik actually running through that molly, while the rest of his team are sitting behind it. That means that the bomb gets dropped, but luckily enough, Sumdai Young takes care of RPK, and on the fly. Timing coming in here from NBK over on the arch position. He finds the final 2. And that will indeed be the 9th round on the board now for Vitality. Nine, 5, and final round for this first half. So we got some puckers in the chat for Vitality on Inferno. It only makes sense, they're a solid team on this map. And they do find the opening frag for this round as well. It's Saibu going for a bit of an aggressive peek to connect the first frag for the round. RPK finds one on Sumdai Young. Coldie with the trade. Saibu doubles it up. Gets the double frag. Apex connecting on Sotfik. It's going to be all on Daft Coast. It's going to get pushed upon. From Spirit. Obviously, they want to secure this one and try and bring it back to equal grounds. Potentially back to a position where they could still close this one out 2-0. Vitality for the pistol, they go for quick aggression, incredibly fast aggression up towards top of mid. They're gonna be wrapping around from that arch position as well. Sutfik getting caught in the smoke. Dafkos and Dima finding one. NBK will trade out with Sumdai Young. NBK, that's a great kill on Dafkos as well. It's now to a 2-on-3. Make that a 2-on-2 as Happy connects on Sutfik. Happy, that's a great kill on Dima as well. 2 frags for Happy, 2 frags for NBK, and Coldie left to clutch this 1-on-2. Trying with that USP to make it happen. Takes a lot of damage in the process. Now incredibly low on HP, down to just 30. Will almost find one, but unfortunately not quite. Close but no cigar. NBK will shut him down for the triple. That will be Vitality picking up the pistol for the second half. Bit of an ugly duel there towards the end. But you know how it is. When you're getting pressured, it's not always easy to connect it. Sabu going for fast aggression with the SMG, catching a quick triple. Happy is spotting 2 players over. On the porch side of it, the nade will do the trick on some young Colt. 16s. Kills for Death Course, 4 for some young. Holding on so there is half if you're in this and easy to shut down. Still don't have the greatest amount of money. Go for a force buy regardless. Pretty all in all lacking a decent amount of utility. A double headshot right off the bat. Taking a bit of damage to double of his own. Eventually he's going to get dealt with here by Apex. That's a 3-on-2 situation now. Sotfik and Coldie to try and bring this one back. Coldie does manage to find one over towards the banana position. Unfortunately for Spirit, they're both stacked. Sotfik and Coldie over towards the B-bomb site. And Vitality, they're going for the A aggression. Spirit should actually be going for this one, because they're so far behind that they need to get rounds on the board. It's a 2-on-2. As I said, it's not easy to retake. It's not easy to retake from any of the two bomb sites, actually. The nade. Double nade. Deals a lot of damage on Happy. Flashbang as well. Flash in the opposite direction. Flashbang saves them just for now, but Apex and Happy more or less synchronized. They find the final two. And that's 13-6. Now a bit of a pause coming in. At this point, you gotta be wondering. I mean, it can only really be a tactical, right? From Spirit. They are in a bit of a pickle at this point. 13-6. Apex still leading the charts here with 24 kills. It's pretty good. 24 kills in 19 rounds. That's not too shabby. Spirit. A pretty big deficit at this point. Try and see if they can bring this one back. It's actually a technical pause. We haven't seen any tactical timeouts here on map 2. Only seen technicals. Question is, what might the issue be? I haven't seen any players drop just yet. Could be TeamSpeak issues. We still see that so many times, you know, time and time again. I'm not gonna talk smack on TeamSpeak, because last time I did, chat got out of control. Apparently, you know, TeamSpeak versus Discord is kind of like McDonald's versus Burger King or Pepsi versus Cola. Like a religious conversation all of a sudden. Obviously, we try to stay away from those. Once again, what's interesting here for Vitality is that they are fairly strong on their CT side, but mostly it is their T side that they work on the most, at least here for this matchup. Traditionally, as I said, they've played this map 13 times in the last 3 months with this core lineup. And their round distribution is pretty much split down the middle. They get 55% of their rounds on the CT side and 45% of their rounds on the T side. They win 77% of their pistol rounds, and if they get the first kill in a round, they win 83% of those. Once again, it is map 2 in this best of 3 series. Map 1 was Dust 2, chosen by Spirit. Did secure the victory in that one, 16-9. For Inferno, Spirit not with the greatest stats on this one, which is, in my opinion, a bit of a weird one that Spirit allowed this map to go through. For mistake at this point. Vitality, they just need 3 more rounds to close this one down. And Spirit, they need 10 to take the victory, 2-0. For aggression towards middle once more. Well, they're getting shut down nice and easy. Almost a team ace. Saibu dealt a lot of damage, but couldn't find a frag. Not that it matters too much. It's going to be 14-6 now, and at this point, if Spirit want to win this one in regulation, they need 10 rounds in a row. I think we can be completely honest and say that's not going to happen. Even though I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but I seem to get put in that role more often than not. 14-6. Obviously a big deficit here for Spirit. Now. Vitality again with the aggression up towards top of mid. Apex finding the initial frag. Dima will trade him out. Saibu with a trade of his own, switching over to the AK-47, finds the frag on some Young as well. And now the final two players over towards the B bomb site. And Vitality, they are going to go for the rotation back towards A. And I know that Caster's Curse is typically a very real thing. Not for this one, I'm sorry. Ain't no mountain high enough to bring Spirit to the victory. Sudvik and Coldy trying to hold on to their weapons, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Because there's so much money here on the Vitality side of things that they can expend every single player on this hunt to try and take these final two players down. Ooh, that's a good kill coming in from Sudvik. NBK is gonna be switching over to the AK. Saibu connects on Coldy. It's gonna be all on Sudvik. He's gonna get pushed upon, but he does manage to find the triple and actually manage to stay alive. Every single player going down here from Vitality. It will be their 15th round on the board. One more round in favor of Vitality, and they will continue their streak. On this map, Inferno. Spirit. I mean, it is Christmas time, but they need a bit more than just a typical Christmas miracle. Not entirely sure what that looks like or what that might be. Translated to normal English, this ain't it. Chief just sent me a text. And yeah, this ain't it. One on two, it's gonna be all on some Young. He has a great talent. But the big question is, what in the world is he supposed to do about this one? Apex on the rotation back towards the A-bomb site, and Happy in a good position down towards CT. Great position, in fact. Sumda Young is going to be pushing out Happy. Posted up, ready to execute him, and will do exactly that. Just like that, Vitality takes the victory 16-6. And makes it an even 1-1 in terms of maps. Third and final map will be coming up shortly. But before that, we're going to head to a break. See you guys in a bit.
Place your bets at GG.Bet. Most popular esports
Hellcase has over 35 unique CSGO cases with a huge variety of skins, over 93 million cases opened and 6 million registered users. You can upgrade your skins to the better one or win some of them in giveaways. We give out more than 70 skins per month for free on our social networks. Withdraw your skins or balance with popular payment systems. Be unique and make profit on Hellcase with this promo code. Start now.
Place your bets at GG.Bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at GG.Bet.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.Money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
With Hellcase multi-cases, you're no longer restricted by random case opening mechanisms. Now, you are able to pick any of the cells containing skins and actually determine what you win. Use the promo code and dive right in.
Welcome back, boys and girls. We are going to get this one started here on map 3 anytime soon now. It will be a Mirage, as I've mentioned already. I think we're just about ready to head right into it. Map 3 coming up soon. It is 1-1, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't have seen this map 3. I think that should go without saying. I want to state the obvious whenever it's possible. Just give myself a bit of a tick. Yes, indeed, we are gonna head right into it, and here we go. Spirit versus Vitality on Mirage for this third and final map in the series. Map 1 was Dust 2, chosen by Spirit, and they did secure the victory on that one. 19... Sorry, that doesn't work out. 16-9. Gosh dang it. 16-9 on Dust 2 in favor of Spirit. 16-6 on map 2, that was Inferno in favor of Vitality. And now, indeed, it is Mirage for this third and final map. Spirit, they all secure the knife round. And it would be a bit strange if they don't decide to start on that CT side. That's what most teams typically do. Gonna see how that pans out. I'm gonna hit right into the pistol now with Vitality on the T side of things. Spirit on CT. Do have a dev kit on Sotfik and a bit of utility in forms of 2 flashbangs. No utility in play here for Vitality. They're going for the Glock train instead with 4 players up towards top of mid. One is going to be lurking over towards the B apartments. Oh, Vitality playing the around the world strat. Out through mid, down in underpass, all the way back towards A. This is such a weird strat. I've seen them play this strat a few times. Actually, right back out towards middle instead. That's a bit interesting. I've seen them play this strat a few times already. And they try it once more. Up on short they go. They're gonna inch their way closer towards the B bomb site. Dima, Sotfik, Coldy, shutting them down nice and easy. Just like that, Dima with a double, Sotfik with a double, Coldy finds one. I'll be Spirit picking up the pistol. The thing is, this strat is actually not that stupid. So what you do with this strat is, obviously you show a lot of presence towards top of mid. Then you make a lot of sound in underpass, making it seem like you're gonna go right back to a fast hit on B. You push back out in middle to cause a bit of a confusion. And try and cause your opponents to rotate back and forth between the 2 bomb sites. Obviously, didn't really pan out there from Vitality. Bit unfortunate. They know what they got themselves into. This round should be easy pickings here from Spirit, and seems like it's going to be exactly that. NBK, last man standing. D-Mac got a quad kill. It's not going to be able to get the ace, as Sundai Young will shut down NBK. $2-0 for Spirit. And now Vitality will have enough money for the AKs. Nade towards top of mid, but no one peeking behind it, so it doesn't deal any damage. No one was close by. With a bit of a slow start to the round here, going for the default setup. We got 2 players up towards top of mid, or horseshoe. 1 player just lurking over towards the A bomb site, and 2 players in those B apps. From this setup, you can do pretty much whatever you want later in the round, which is why a lot of teams use this as their default. And Spirit got a pretty good CT default to deal with it. Have a player down towards the toll booth. That's the sniper. Staff course on the scout this time around. Means that he can jump up on that toll booth and help out towards connector if needed. Dima, obviously, he's posted up in a good position to help out with connector as well. Vitality setting up for the smokes. Apex is going to make his way up closer towards the connector. The rest of the team going to bounce back closer towards the A default positions. Now they are going to go for the aggression. They don't have a lot of time left to work with. Only 15 seconds left on the clock. They need to make a move in towards the side quickly. NBK caught a bit behind. Will go for the plant eventually. He's caught in a 1-on-3. Okay. That works out just fine. Jump shots from SMG and the scout. NBK, he barely spotted the players before he got taken down. That's a bit unfortunate. There will be another round on the board now for Spirit, making it 3-0. Off to a pretty good start here, picking up the first gun round as well, and Vitality running down the clock maybe a bit too far. At least that's what it seems. For this round, it will be a bit of a strange buy for Vitality. As you can see, NBK buying the AK, the rest upgrading their pistols. As I said, a bit of a strange buy, not something we see that much since the economy update. Still a bit of an interesting one, and could deal a lot of damage. A lot of damage dealt to NBK already. He's taken 40 points of damage, down to roughly 60. And he will be the first to fall. The staff course will shut him down. The AK getting picked up immediately here by Saivu. Vitality are going to make their way in towards the side, try for that bomb plant. Saivu connecting on Sotfig, a lot of damage dealt towards Dima as well. He'll go down to Happy Saivu with the double on Coldy. This is falling apart quickly here from Spirit. It's all on Sundai Young and Daft Course to bring this one back. To try their absolute greatest at doing exactly that. The bomb is yet to be planted. Daft Course does manage to find one before he gets traded out here by Apex. Saivu finally going to go for the plant down towards CT. Sundai Young now for the 1-on-2 clutch potential. Gonna tap the bomb. He does have a kit. Saivu peeking out. He doesn't spot him up close. Sundai Young, a massive 1-on-2 clutch. Holds on to the round, holds on to a clean start here for Spirit. 4-0 on the board. Vitality. Bit of a low buy, but they managed to get the bomb down. Which means that NBK, even though he bought up in that previous round, he still has enough money to buy up for this one. It's an interesting round from Vitality, almost getting shut down here. Or almost shutting down Spirit, rather. But Spirit holding on to the round with the skin of their teeth. And yes, indeed, I do realize that the caster command in the chat is wrong. I don't think I can change it myself, though. So I guess, tough luck. And now, seeing as it is the final map, I don't want to fuck the Russian caster, or the Russian production team to deal with it at this point. I think I'll be fine. Good amount of damage dealt to Apex early on. Just gonna switch over to that AWP. That Bogdan Law in full effect. The title is correct though. So, in case you wanna check me out, you can just follow me on Twitter by using the @ in the title. Shameless pluck. As Happy finds one on Coldy, it's now to a 3-on-3 as Dafcourse answers back. Oh, trying his greatest here with the AWP. Will get shut down by Happy, but he gets traded out by Sotfik. Now back to a 2-on-2 Dima. That's a great kill. That's the bomb as well. RPK now trying to bring this one back. We'll find the frag on Dima. Oh, this is so clever if he goes all the way back, but there's no time. That's so unfortunate. A lot of time being used, and again, getting caught in a bit of a rough spot. 5th round on the board now for Spirit. Vitality on full losing bonus. They will have enough money to buy up once more. NBK and Saibu. Gotta be a bit limited in their utility at least. Saibu on that Galil as well. NBK actually going for an SMG instead. Just to make sure that they have a bit more utility to work with. 5-0 for Spirit though here on Mirage. Definitely not what I expected going into this one. Especially seeing as the veto in my opinion didn't really go in the favor of Spirit. Because Inferno, as I said, is Vitality's absolute best map. There's no doubt about it. Back and forth it goes for this round though. It's back to a 2-on-2 situation. Saibu has taken a lot of damage. And he finds the frag on Dafcourse. It's going to be all on Sotfik. Once again, a potential clutch situation here. And this time around, there's still a lot of time to work with for Vitality. Still roughly a minute on the clock. They're going to try and see if they can change this one around. And keep their opponent guessing. Seems like they've done exactly that, because Sotfik actually rotating back towards the B bomb site. So now, Saivu is gonna peek in towards A to try and see if it's clear. There you have it. They will get the bomb down on that A bomb site, and this smells a bit like the first round in favor of Vitality. And they've managed to keep the economy somewhat tight here for Spirit, so even though it's 5-0 on the board right now, Spirit, they don't really have any money to work with after this round. Sotfik throws down the smoke. Try and see if he can go for a ninja. Actually, he goes for the peek instead. Deals a good amount of damage. Finds the frag on Saibu, but Happy is there for the trade. And there you have it. Finally, Vitality finding their first round on the board. About time, some would say, including myself. As you can see on the left-hand side of your screen. Not the greatest amount of money here for Spirit. And because of that, some of the players could not buy up for the next round. So they decide to go for a force buy. To make sure that they can all buy up just 2 rounds from now. RPK with the initial frag on Sundai Young. Sundai Young deciding to go for a bit of aggression here, not really working out for him. Should be a fairly convincing round in favor of Vitality, but I've said that before and I've been wrong before. Now the question is, will Spirit prove me wrong yet again? Will Vitality actually be able to shut this one down in this round? Force Spirit on an eco for the next. They're going to be lining up for the smokes. The utility used in towards that A bomb site. 2 defenders close towards the side, and the other 2 are rotating in quickly. Goldie, that's a great kill on RPK, taking a lot of damage in the process. Dafcourse taking some damage as well. The molly not dropping down towards a shadow position. Dima and Dafcourse. Dima with the double. This is falling apart completely here for Vitality. It's going to be all unhappy. He gets 1. He still needs to find 2 more. He needs that 1-on-3 clutch with 20 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be almost mission impossible. We go for the peak, finds 1, but a quick trade coming his way. Sotfik will shut him down, and indeed, Spirit proved me wrong. 6-1 in favor of Spirit on a force buy victory. Ouch. 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 This is gonna hurt for the Vitality side of it. To get economically reset like that, that's certainly a tough one. Tactical timeout getting called here by Vitality. I think that's a pretty good idea. To try and figure out exactly what the problem is. As I said, certainly not looking great for them at this point. I think pretty much everyone can agree on that. Looking really good here for Spirit, though. And as I said, going into this one, Vitality were the favorites. And I mean, some would still argue that they are. At this point, though, obviously not going to be easy for them to bring this one back, but it's still far from over. Saibu not really putting up the numbers as we used to see him do. That's a great spray down coming in from Sotfik. Dima helping out as well. He finds 1 and deals a lot of damage on the second. Sundai Young gonna move in for the rotation. Deals a lot of damage of his own onto Apex, but will eventually go down. Still 3 players surviving here for Spirit. Not that big of a deal. That was bit of a force buy there from Vitality. They are going to be on an eco for this one. $7-1 for Spirit. Not at all what I expected for this one. Not at all. Again, Mirage is a fairly common map. Very puck heavy map. With players like Apex, Saibu, and NBK in a puck heavy map, should be fairly easy pickings for the Vitality side of things. But I guess I, much like some other people out there, underestimating Spirit. I mean, I've said it plenty of times before. This lineup from Spirit is pretty solid. It's never going to be a top in the world contender. At least I don't feel like. But they do have some great individually skilled players on this lineup. And their team play is pretty solid. And honestly, with team play, you come a long way. Steamer goes for the aggression down towards the underpass, connecting here on Happy. Takes a lot of damage in the process and eventually will get taken down here by Apex. Some by Young connecting on RPK. He gets traded out by Saivu. 3-on-3 situation now. Bit of a shout out to one of you guys in the chat. I'm not going to mention your name because it's a bit strange. But indeed, this game is only just getting started, really. But it's not looking great for Vitality. I think we can all agree on that. They need to step up their game for this one to bring it back. Staff Coast shuts them down over towards the B-bomb side. Apex will find one, a trade, but Sutphic will shut him down. It's going to be 9-1 Spirit. This is looking pretty good. If you're a Spirit fan, don't raise your hopes too much as of yet. But I would definitely start thinking about a celebrative stake at this point. Not going to be easy for Vitality again to bring this one back. Saibu, we've seen him with the Desert Eagles though. We've seen how much damage he can deal. And he deals a lot to start off with in this one. He finds the frag on some die young. Dafkos and Sotfik will find one each though. It's already down to a 4-on-3 situation. And BK, he's no stranger to the Desert Eagle either. It's a good kill on Sotfik. Other player's actually making his way. That's NBK in towards that B-bomb site. Dafkos trying to find an angle here. He hears them up close and personal. Tries to change up the position once more. Saivu and Apex taking even more damage. Saivu will eventually get taken down. Apex sitting on 7 HP. The bomb will get planted. That's going to give them a bit more money to work with for the next round. Apex so low on HP, and eventually he will get taken down. NBK trying to get sneaky, trying to push his way in towards the market position. That's not going to happen though. Will get executed from the back. The bomb will get defused. 10-1 for Spirit on the CT side of Mirage. Mirage fairly equal grounds on this map. Pretty much a 50-50 map. Statistically, this map is actually slightly better for Vitality. They have a 62% win rate here on Mirage with 16 times played in the last 3 months once again. Spirit, they've played it 12 times and they've won 50% of those times. So as I said, statistically, a better map for Vitality. Typically I wouldn't say this, but who cares about statistics? Spirits surely don't. Oh no, you really gotta hit those. Dealing a lot of damage on Dima, but they cannot finish it up. Dima dealing a ton of damage, all by his lonesome in a 1-on-3 duel pretty much. He finds 2 frags and he deals so much damage on Apex as well. That's not a good sign for the Vitality side of it. Coldy connecting on Happy. Finally, Apex goes down as well. NBK, last man standing, 1-on-4. He's gotten 1. He needs the ace. Is yikes what the millennials say nowadays? Is it oof? Is it yikes? Not 100%. No matter what it is, it's not looking great. Rough one for Vitality. Again, we do have a pause getting called. Again, I can only suspect it's a tactical for Vitality think we're going to have the graphics on that, and indeed, it is a tactical 4 vitality. As you can see on the bottom side of the screen right now, on the bottom side of the scoreboard, sitting at the top of it, 4 vitality is Saivu, 10 frags in 12 rounds, not putting up the numbers that we used to, but again, we can't expect Saivu to carry the entire team every single game. Right below him, we got Happy on 8, and if Happy is sitting that high up on the scoreboard compared to the rest, there's something wrong. Happy is typically towards the bottom of the